Morning everyone, Nikon Coolshot, assistant professional out here at Lake Carrot Country Club, and back this morning with something a little bit different. For the first time, I'm not out on the driving range or out on the golf course, but I'm inside the ProShop. And today I have for you the Nikon Coolshot 80 VR rangefinder. Now, it's not very new to the market, but it's very new to me. And I'm going to put this bad boy, or this rangefinder, up against my personal rangefinder, the Bushnell Z6. So, let's see if Nikon has got it right. So, before we head out into the golf course and have a closer look at this Coolshot 80 VR, let's have a look what's inside the box. Armband, don't know what for, who cares. A couple of warranty cards, yes, you can fill that out if you like. An extremely large book, who cares. Really, when you get one of these devices, you just want it to work out of the box. But here we have the Coolshot 80 VR rangefinder. Now, very small, very compact, a little heavy, which is what I like in a rangefinder because it actually, for me personally, makes it easier to lock onto a target. And the big feature here says waterproof. Now, there is a couple in the Bushnell range, and my Z6 here is also waterproof, but this is a fairly old model. I've had this one now probably about 4 years. They have got what they call the X2, which is the newer model, but that has slope detection on it. This 80 VR doesn't have slope detection, but there is an 80 VIR which does have slope detection on it. So I can't really compare this to the X2, so we're going to take out the Z6 and compare it against the two. And whilst I'm driving out there, I'll have a bit of a talk to you about all the features of this and all the features of this, and then we'll put it to the test. Let's get out there. Okay, so we've head out onto the golf course now, and I have both units. I'm just heading down the 10th hole here at Lake Carrot at the moment. I'll pull up by the 11th hole in a sec, and we'll have a quick look at the two units with all its features, and then we'll put it through a test run and see how it actually goes. So bear with me for a sec, I'm almost there. Okay, so here we are out here on the 11th hole, and you can see the magnificent lake in the background. Par 5 here at Lake Carrot. But we're not here to talk about golf, we're here to talk about these two rangefinders. Okay, now let's have a quick look at the carry cases before we start getting into the technology of these two units. Now, unfortunately for Nikon, I think you could have done a bit better of a better job with that case. Bushnell's case by far wins hands down. That case is magnificent. It's hard, it's protective, it's everything that you can want from a case. It's got a flick latch over the top, as you can see from this image. Both have flick latches, but it's just the hard case of this just makes this one look a little bit better than the Nikon. So Nikon, do something a little bit better with your case. Now, technology wise, 6x magnification on both of these units. Okay, so there's a similarity, they share that. Both, like I said at the start, are waterproof. Both here have like a rubber outer coating shell, okay, so easy to grip and very comfortable in your hands, both units. Roughly the same size, okay. I know it doesn't look like the same size, but when I put these down on the desk earlier, and you'll see the image come up now, you can see that they are roughly identical in size. Now, comfort in holding, Nikon wins hands down. This thing just fits in my hand absolutely perfectly. The Bushnell also does, but it's a very square shape, so it's not exactly that comfortable in your hands, but it still has that soft rubber texture. But comfort wise, Nikon wins hands down. Now, both have, I guess, pin seeker technology. Bushnell is known as pin seeker. Hold on, let me flip that out the right way. Has pin seeker. This is called locked on. So both of them have a feature where if you're trying to look at the flash stick, both work exactly the same. And as you can see from the image, first now here's the Nikon's lock on. What happens is that it has a crosshair, and then when it locks on, as you can see now, it forms a circle around that crosshair, and you know you've locked on. Now with the Bushnell, hopefully you can see this as well. When I push this onto the flag, you can see a little flag in the corner. Then all of a sudden, when it locks onto the target, that flag is now surrounded by a circle. Now, the one feature the Bushnell has that this doesn't have is what it calls jolt technology. So when this locks onto the flag, it jolts in your hand and you know you've locked on the flag. So that's a really, really cool feature on the Bushnell. But the one thing Bushnell doesn't have that the Nikon Coolshot has is VR. Not virtual reality, vibration reduction. Now, if you've ever owned a rangefinder before in your life, you know that it is quite hard to hold it on target. Now this has an 80% vibration reduction sensor built inside. So if you're locking onto the flag and your hand's just that little bit unsteady and you've got a little bit of a shake, this still locks onto the target extremely easy. This one on the other hand, not so well. But it still does work very well. But this is amazing for that feature, and that's probably the biggest reason why I rate this product a little bit more than this one right now. So the Coolshot, Nikon, well done. The technology that you put in your cameras, you have now put into your rangefinders. And like I said, it's not new to the market, but it is new to me. So, which one would I choose? Sorry, Bushnell. I'm gonna have to go with a Nikon VR, 80 VR, okay? Now, it is waterproof. I love the fact, like I said, it sits in my hand nice and comfortably. It has all the features of the Bushnell, but that VR, vibration reduction feature, is absolutely amazing. And for people who have a shaky hand, you finally now have a rangefinder that'll work for you. So anyway, there you go. Nikon Coolshot 80 VR. Can't find a better rangefinder right now. Now there is a lot of Coolshot, there's a lot of rangefinders in the Coolshot range. There's the 20, the 40 and the 80. The 80 is the one that's the only waterproof one. The 40 and the 20 are rainproof. This has more of a range in comparison to the other two in the Nikon range. So for me personally, if you're going to be looking at the rangefinder, the 80 VR is for you. Anyway, let's head back up to the shop. So we're now back in the ProShop, and you've seen all the information on this Coolshot, and as you can see, I think it's pretty goddamn good. So if you want to get your hands on one of these devices, in particular the 80 VR, we are running a special for the month of November and December leading up to Christmas. You could actually pick up this device now for $5.59 AUD. Thought I'd add AUD if you are actually from some other part of the world. So if you're interested, leave a comment in the comment section, give us a call in the ProShop at Lake Carrinup Country Club. Hit me up by email, which is in the links below. But make sure most of all you hit the like, hit the subscribe button. If you've got one, let me know how it goes, or how you've been with it, or what you think of it. And we'll see you next time on ND Guide.